Hello, my name is Callista Dumont, and this is my country report on Japan. Japan is located on the continent of Asia and is the 62nd largest nation in the world. Tokyo, Japan's capital, has an estimated population of 13.49 million people living there. Japan was originally founded as a distinct and original nation in 1590. Originally, it was ruled under oligarchical and military class leaders and is quite famous for their history of samurai warriors. The Empire of Japan surfaced following the Sakoku period that ended in 1868. It was during this time of rapid growth that Japan formed an imperial power and began to colonize Korea and Taiwan. Japan joined the Allied powers during the First World War, but was very little help in fighting the German enemies, and tensions between the country and the League of Nations reached new heights. Japanese-Western relations were highly plagued, and in 1924, the U.S. Congress passed the Exclusion Act prohibiting further immigration from Japan. On December 7, 1941, the Japanese attacked the naval base at Pearl Harbor. This marked where the U.S. joined in World War II. The actions of the attack on Pearl Harbor resulted in the U.S. dropping 2 atomic bombs on Nagasaki and Hiroshima, thus ending the war. Since its tumultuous history with the U.S., Japan has since recovered, and today has become an ally of the U.S. and now stands as one of the world's major economic forces, manufacturing automobiles and electronics. Students in Japan attend 6 years of elementary school. From there, they go on to 3 years of lower secondary or middle school and 3 years of upper secondary or high school. Schools in Japan are also either public or private. Public schools can be classified as either national or local schools. National schools are financed by national government, and local schools are financed by the 3 levels of government. Like in the United States, education for Japanese children is also compulsory. Students in Japan attend schools 5 days a week as well, Monday through Friday, like their American counterparts. The school year in Japan begins in April and ends the following March. They use a trimester system that is separated by vacation breaks, including one in summer that lasts 5 whole weeks. Students used to have to attend school on Saturdays for a half day as well. That was changed in 2002. In both Japan and the United States, students are given specific plans of study throughout their academic career. Students are also required to complete core requirements. In both the United States and Japan, there exists a strong commitment towards educational pursuits. Success is often measured through educational achievement, and education is often correlated with socioeconomic and political viability. In the U.S. and Japan, the countries approach education as a joint responsibility amongst the nation and state localities. Each have federal agencies overseeing education. The U.S. Department of Education in the U.S. and the Ministry of Education, Culture, Sports, Science, and Technology, or MEXT, in Japan. And just like students in the U.S., Japanese students take part in many activities outside of class. Activities include band, sports, clubs, etc. In Japan, transportation to and from school is not provided like it is in the U.S. Instead, students either walk, bike, or take the train with other students. In urban areas like Tokyo, however, bikes are not permitted. In Japanese schools, lunches are prepared in a kitchen versus a cafeteria, and students actually bring meals back to their homeroom. They all eat together, students and teachers alike. As in the United States, in Japan, teachers are required to pass state-level examinations to receive the proper licensing from their Board of Education. 90% of new teachers have 4-year college degrees, and the other 10% have degrees in related academic fields. In 1989, teacher training was reformed. This required new teachers to work under the supervision of master teachers and increased the amount of training that was necessary for teachers as well. Teachers now, starting in 2006, have to renew their teaching license every 10 years. Because of this knowledge and training that teachers receive, teachers in Japan are often highly respected. Japanese government data indicates that the amount of students actually attending school is quite high. Well over 90% of students attend public schools from kindergarten through 9th grade, and then more than 25% attend private schools for their high school years. Also, many students are on track for university. 75 to 80% of them are actually enrolled in prep courses. Educational quality in Japan is very high, and this can be seen in these statistics. 95% of Japanese are literate, more than 95% of the population graduates from high school, more than 2.5 million students advance to universities and colleges, and Japanese students have consistently ranked first in mathematics literacy and second in science literacy. In Japanese schooling, however, students' creativity, flexibility, and individual expression are not highly valued attributes. Critical thinking is also not a highly valued concept either. A saying has been curated for these values held: the nail that sticks out gets hammered. So in this type of setting, students are tested more on their memorization of text versus the ability to put it to use. Thank you all for watching. I look forward to reading your comments.